Endosymbiosis: How Algae and Plants Became Photosynthetic. What is endosymbiosis? Algae and their descendants, the plants, have the remarkable ability to photosynthesize. This innovation can be traced back to a critical event in Earth's history: primary plastid endosymbiosis. About 1.5 billion years ago, a non-photosynthetic eukaryote engulfed and maintained a microbe in its cytoplasm derived from cyanobacteria, a prokaryote that had already developed photosynthesis a billion years earlier. This led to the proliferation of the first photosynthetic algae that would one day give rise to plants. So how do we figure out how the ancient plastid evolved without a time machine? One way is to find another more recent example of primary plastid origin. However, this solution is complicated by the fact that there is only one other known example, found in Polynella. This amoeba established the means to photosynthesize about 120 million years ago, which is relatively recent in evolutionary terms. To explain what circumstances led to Polynella developing this extraordinary ability, we'll get some help from cousins Polly and Cecilia. Cecilia lives in the city and gathers all her food by shopping at nearby well-stocked grocery stores. Polly, on the other hand, lives in a rural area and has to grow her own food, so she must learn how to farm to meet her energy needs, which takes a lot of effort. Like Polly, Polynella likely lived in a food desert about 120 million years ago, so it had to learn how to grow its own food by capturing and harnessing a photosynthetic cell found in its environment. This might sound easy, but in reality it's very dangerous. If done incorrectly, photosynthetic machines can produce toxic chemicals that poison the host cell. We are lucky that Polynella survived this transition so that we're able to study evolution in action through this amoeba and figure out how plastids evolve. What else have we learned from Polynella? Well, it is now clear that once you create a transformative function such as photosynthesis, it will spread. Cyanobacteria evolved this capacity about 2 billion years ago, then lost it to eukaryotes, and more recently, Polynella acquired its own plastid. Someday its descendants may rule oceans and lakes in the same way that algae and plants do now.